What are we calling this segment again? Welcome back to the daily question thing.
There's no welcome back. This is the first one.
Is it? Okay, what do we say then?
Welcome to
the daily Q&A. Welcome to the daily Q&A.
Is it the daily?
It's whatever. What do you want to
It's
call
the
it?
Q&A on the daily.
Q&A on the daily.
How many people have we lost at this point? Go ahead.
The question, how deep is too deep for squats?
How
Is there such a thing, Mike?
Too deep for squats. Actually, I think it was Greg Everett who I'll be quoting just now, which is if you have to ask that question, then the answer is you're not squatting deep enough. If you go, oh, am I squatting deep enough? The answer is no, because when you hit bottom, there is no doubt in your mind that you hit bottom, and so that's that. There are some things in regard to should you squat deeper is a whole another story. Yeah, so if you lack the mobility to get deeper, then you're fine. But as far as saying, hey, should I squat deeper or not, usually the answer is, you should squat deeper.
What are the exceptions?
Like I said, the answer is to squat as deep as you can with good technique.
There you go.
So if you go down and then your knees start collapsing in, or your heels come off the ground, or your back starts to round, then that's when you know, right before those things happen, that you should stop at whatever level you've gotten to. If you can go down all the way, ass to grass, fucking where your butt hits your heels, and your heels are on the ground, knees are over your toes, back is perfectly straight, elbows are high if you're front squatting, or locked out overhead if you're overhead squatting, or whatever. If you have perfect technique, you can keep going down. If you have mobility issues and your lack of ankle mobility, as an example, is causing your knees to dive in or your heels come off the ground, or it's just pushing your butt back and you have a vertical shin, now you're rounding your back as a result, then you need to pause right before you have that little technique flaw. That's as low as you can go safely, because if you keep going lower, you're going to compensate in some way. You're going to tear your ACL. You're going to blow your low back out. Something bad is going to eventually happen. Probably not the first time you squat, but after years of repeating that, you're going to get injured. So if you want to, in my opinion, the easiest way to limit exactly where you, the exact depth that you're trying to hit is to, if you have really bad mobility issues, is to do box squats and just squat down to the lowest box you can, where you know that you can do a perfect squat to that box, and then it automatically makes it where you don't go past it and you don't compensate by going too low. And then while you're doing that, you can still get strong by box squatting, and then you can go work on your mobility whatever after you find out whatever's limiting you.
Yeah, I'd say there are very few exceptions. I mean, I would say even though I was a powerlifter, most of the time I wish I would have squatted deeper more often, because you're using less weight and you get a better, more intense training effect with less wear and tear on your body. So it's just about always a good thing. I'd say the only exception would be maybe if you're like a competitive powerlifter, where look, a lot of your reps you probably just want to hit right at parallel. It's probably the rare exception where training at a box at that level and getting good at reversing loads at that level and not needing to go down any lower. It's probably the only time I would cut the depth intentionally. That, or if I was already spent so many years doing good deep squats that now for a little bit of variation or overload, if I'm a weightlifter or powerlifter, I might do some partial squats. I guess those are the only rare exceptions where you would intentionally cut the depth to get trying of a more intense training effect.
You're trying to get the heaviest load possible, then you can cut the depth on purpose. But
that's not
long story short, the real answer to that question is you can squat as low as you possibly can, as long as you have good technique.
Boom.
If you don't have good technique, stop maybe halfway and then come back up before you compensate.
Agreed.
Agreed. Answer given. Moving on. Join the conversation every week after the episode over at barbellshrugged.com. This is also where you'll find new episodes of Barbell Shrugged, Technique Wad, Nuggets and Pearls, Barbell Business, Get Change, plus new articles every day on our daily blog, written by us, guests of the show, and some of the biggest names in strength and conditioning. So, go there and leave a comment now.
Oh my gosh, wow, that's so cool. Yay, that's so awesome.
Did you like this video? If so, subscribe to our channel and share this with your friends.
And if you want even more free, awesome resources to help you reach your fitness goals, plus some updates that we only share over email, head over to barbellshrugged.com and sign up for the newsletter.